Hey, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Hope everybody's awesome. I'm running a little bit behind today. Let me get these last couple of things ready to go, and we will be starting the question and answer stream here in just a minute. We're trying to get this thing ready to rock and roll right about now. Blake Smith, what's up, buddy? Sweeting, good to see ya. Meowie, how are you today? Alright, let me get this up on the screen. Alright, I think I got everything I need ready to rock and roll. I hit the wrong button right there. Okay, perfect. How's everybody's day going? I hope you guys and gals are awesome. We are doing a question and answer today, so if you guys got questions, feel free to ask. What's up, Kent? Kent is at work. Alright, my man. Hopefully your day at work is going well. Thank you for stopping by. There's a name I can't read. It's got all kinds of crazy lettering. Hello, hello. How you doing today? Good to see ya. We got K-Fed in the house. What is the best Ultimate Titan? Well, Minos is really good and Arthur is really good. Which one's actually better? I think that's going to be personal preference. Arthur is pretty cool. I think the Minos is more fun to play. I would probably say the Minos is more than likely the best Ultimate Titan in the game. Now, the Ultimate Ming, I think it's terrible. I think it's really bad. I think the Ultimate Ming is a really bad Titan. Like, I can't believe how bad the Ultimate Ming is every time I drop it on. I know one or two people who like it. They seem to do well with it. Every time I go up in there, it's like instantly shot out of the sky. And I'm like, okay, well, that sucked. XLCS, hello, hello. Best pilot for Ravena is definitely the Ravena Poe. It gives him the extra ability charge. I would say that's the one you want. I think that's... I'm not sure if there's another pilot for him, actually, but the Ravena Poe is awesome. That is a really good pilot. Alright, how long have I been playing War Robots? Blake, I've been playing this games for 10 years, roughly. 9 to 10 years. I mean, I can only take a rough guess at that because I'm bad at keeping track of time. I think we're on the 11th anniversary. So I've been playing this game since it's been out for about a year when I started. So yeah, about 10 years. Pretty close to it at least. Alright, so Tropical, we don't know what's going to happen with the new rebalance yet, right? They're currently just testing rebalances. Some of that stuff may be rebalanced more. Some of it could be rebalanced less. Some of those rebalances could be canceled. So we currently have no way of knowing what those things are actually going to be like once they get on the live server. So all we can do is speculate what things are actually going to be like or how much of a rebalance is actually going to get until it actually happens. Oh, he says prior to the... Oh, prior, I'm sorry. I missed that part. Okay, so best robot. Man, probably... It depends on what you're doing with it. I mean, best robot for just killing stuff and taking it out was probably Ravager with the regulators. Or maybe the sword robot. There's so many robots that are equally good. I mean, Sam Jock was crazy good. The Ducks was crazy good. You know, the regulators. nasty if you put it on the Ravenger. There's probably about, I would say there's at least a good 4 or 5 robots that are equally good right now. But I think that the Ultimate Riker is worth using. Blake Smith, yes, but I think it's a skill bot, right? It's got a really strong ability that does a lot of damage, but it also dies very easily, so I think it's only good if you like skill bots. If you want something really easy to play, you wouldn't like it, but if you want an actual skill bot, then you might actually love it. It's a very fun robot to play, but hard to play. I didn't really like it when I first played the Riker. It wasn't really my thing, but I was very impressed at how much damage the ability was doing to tanky robots. The ability hit really hard, but it's really designed as more of a support. Best pilot skill for Ravena. Alright, you want Roadhog and you want Armor Expert. Those are the two main skills you need to have. Roadhog makes it faster. Armor Expert makes it more durable. Those would be my top 2 skills. What's up, Epic Gamer? Good to see ya. How you doing today? Cheyenne or Discipline? They're both very similar. I mean, they're both kind of the same thing. Like on the ducks, I would run the Discipline if I had the Webby drone. On most robots, I think I would go with the Cheyenne over the Discipline, but they're both really good. Now, that would actually be an interesting video to do a comparison between the two and see which one wins. But, I mean, they're both a little different, right? I think the freeze on the Cheyenne is really nice. They're both super good, though. It may depend on the robot as well as which one I would pick, but I would be very happy playing either one, to tell you the truth. Swap Black, hello, hello, good to see ya. 140, what's up, man? Oh, you got the ducks today. Alright, so on the light slot of the ducks, you want to use something like an atomizer or a spear, because those weapons, or even a magnum, something that fires and never stops firing. As long as you have a weapon that does not stop firing on the light slot, that robot's ability will never stop shooting. Like, it'll just keep shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. So on the light slot, I always choose a weapon. I just run an atomizer on it. I mean a Quarker, I'm sorry. I throw a Quarker on there. And 2 disciplines. I think that's a really good setup for that guy. Now, it is on the list of things to be rebalanced, so just be aware of that. Pretty much all the newer robots are being rebalanced, probably on the next update. What weapons deal the most damage right now? I would say for regular robot weapons, nothing beats the Ultimate Havoc. The Ultimate Havocs are crazy. They're just ridiculous. Now, the Gangle family of weapons would probably be the second most damage dealing weapons, like the Gangle, Kirin, and whatever the other one was called. I can't think of it right now, but those type of shotguns are pretty ridiculous. Now, of course, both of those you pretty much have to be at point blank to get the full amount of damage, but those things are both just crazy. Hey, Seprin, what's up, my man? Good to see ya. And then, how's it going? Yeah, I mean, Condor is pretty cool. Right now, I think Condor is a great robot. I can't remember if he was on the rebalance list. He might have been on the list of things to get rebalanced, so... Personally, I would wait till the next rebalance happens before I dump too many resources into anything, because, you know, anything that does get rebalanced, we don't really know what it's going to be like yet when it hits, so I would be very careful putting too many resources into anything right now. I mean, the problem is you don't know if the rebalance is going to happen in a week, 2 weeks. It's going to happen on the next update, you know. We just know there's a rebalance on the way. And there's going to be some major changes on that rebalance. It's pretty much going to change the way everything in the game plays, I would say. Aaron, yes, the long range is pretty much where the game is at right now, which sucks for beacon games. But right now they're working on toning down all of the damage. I mean, they're downgrading every single tier 4 weapon in the game because they agree that there's too much damage going on right now. So if the brawling robots aren't being killed instantly by the long range robots, I think we will see a lot of people running the brawling robots again. And beacon games will go back to a little more normal once the damage on the new stuff is just downgraded back to normal levels. But honestly, there's way too many people running long range stuff, in my opinion. Way too many people. What robots do the disciplines and the smite works best on? Alright, so I really like those on the ducks. I mean, if you're trying to play support, I think any robot you're playing support with, because those will shoot up over top of stuff. So if you're trying to like stand behind obstacles or buildings and shoot up over top of it, pretty much any support robot. I mean, like the ducks is a good robot for a weapon like that because you're just trying to do damage. I mean, you don't really want to get too close to somebody with the duck. You can shoot from cover or you can go out and just beat people up with them, but I would say those are best for your support robots or your attack robots. I wouldn't put them on a brawler because with brawlers, you want something more that does really quick damage at close range. Those will be a little bit weird on your brawling robots, I think. Plus, the reload's a little longer than I would like on a brawler, but any type of just damage dealer, like mid-range damage dealer or support, those weapons work well on. Okay, what's the secret to growing on YouTube and War Robots? Alright, so Nerdbot, that's a hard question. I think you just have to make videos. And people have to like your personality, right? If people like your personality, honestly, you can make videos about just about anything as long as enough people are interested in that subject and people will watch it. But I do notice people like build videos a lot. People like videos where you bring them information about stuff. So informative or build videos, people seem to enjoy that. People like weapon comparisons. I mean, on a game like this, I'm not really sure how many people watch it just to watch the gameplay versus how many people watch it to get information or find builds or whatever. But YouTube is really hard. That's one thing you need to know about YouTube is most channels start off very slowly. I mean, some channels might blow up in 2 weeks. Some channels might blow up in 2 months. Some channels might blow up after 2 years, you just never know. But when you first start YouTube, more than likely your videos aren't going to be that good. It's something that takes a lot of practice. You got to figure out what people want to see and then make the videos in a way that once you figure out what they actually want to see, make a video about that. But you have to make it in a way that people actually enjoy watching it. But, having the right keywords in your video's title and description will let YouTube know what the video is about, so it knows who to try and show the videos to. So keywords in your title and description are very important. Also, a title and a thumbnail that lets people know what the video is about when they see it, and that grabs people's attention is also very important. But YouTube is really hard. A lot of people start accounts and it takes forever to get anywhere. Some people are lucky. I mean, my account went pretty well. I just started making videos for fun. Right, I had another YouTube channel that I was, serious about. And every once in a while I would post a video of this game on the other YouTube channel. One day I was like, I'm already playing this game. Why don't I just start a second channel for this? And I wasn't really planning on taking it as seriously, but I started making videos and people started watching them, so I was like, cool. Then after like a couple of months of making videos on this channel, I got contacted by Pixonic. They asked if I wanted to be part of their YouTube team, and I was like, that sounds awesome. But I mean, if you look at like, you know, Manny's views or Predator's views, you know, I don't get as good of views as them, so obviously I'm not as good at doing something as those guys are. So I'm probably not the best War Robots YouTuber to ask, because I mean, Predator drops a video, he gets 15,000 views. I drop a video, it gets, you know, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 views. So either people don't like my personality as much, or maybe my titles are boring compared to some people's. But you know, my channel is doing okay. I wish I would drop a video and get 15,000 views in 24 hours, but YouTube is not easy. There's a lot of people out there doing it, and you gotta pretty much figure out how to do it better than the next guy, or just as good as the next guy. Alright, Brandon, what's up, my man? Good to see you. Daniel Sykes. Nerdbot says, every message EXP. I'm not really sure what you mean there. What is the XP thing? I don't... Oh, are you talking about that little crown next to people's names? That's just some new... I don't know. I think YouTube added that. It's whoever comments the most or talks the most gets a little number there. I'm not really sure why they added that, but... Alright, so hello Danny, is the old legend weapon still usable in higher leagues? I'm not sure what you mean by a legend weapon. I'm not familiar with any type of weapon named Legend. Maybe that was a typo, but I'm not sure which weapon you're referring to, I'm sorry. Epic Escape for the Ravenger. I mean, the Chiones are good on the Ravenger. They're definitely cool and fun on there, but personally, I think nothing as good as the, oh my gosh, I forgot the name of the weapon. It sucks having a bad memory like this. My autoimmune disease affects my memory, so my memory is not what it used to be, but the regulators, I don't think there's anything better than the regulators on there, honestly. If you got regulators, that's what you want to run on the Ravenger. But yeah, I mean, Chiones would work on there, but I'd rather run the regulators all day long. If I miss anybody's comments, I'm sorry. It's not easy to read and talk and answer and find every comment on here. The gamer says, Danny, since it's conditional, how about... Oh, I just read that. I must have scrolled back up. Excellent. What's up, man? Excellent says, well, look, I will this. It is not so much the robot as it is the pilot that is overclocking the robot's abilities. Yeah, you know, the pilots. All right, so the pilots, the drone, pretty much everything you have on your robot all plays a part on how strong the robot's ability is and how strong the robot is. I mean, if you take a pilot off of a robot, it's gonna suck, right? So pilots make your robots faster, they make it more durable, they can make the abilities better. I mean, there's so many things, but if you remove your drone, you remove your pilot, you remove your specializations, pretty much all robots are going to suck. So you gotta have everything built properly. Yeah, without it, I can actually remove drones from my robots and play it just fine with no drones. But if I take a pilot off of my robot, I tried that on a live stream with no pilots. It did not go well. Every robot died so fast. And that was back before we had all this long range stuff that was blowing you up instantly. So yeah, pilots are very important. Drones are very important. Specializations are very important. All of that plays a part on how well your robot does, plus the weapons you have on it. But, I mean, if you take a duct without the pilot, it's definitely not going to be as good. I mean, it's going to be slower, it's going to die easier. I mean, the ability is still going to do a lot of damage, and there may be some people out there who are really good since it can go into stealth and all that stuff. You might be able to play it okay, but it's not going to be the same without the pilot. What's up, Nate? Nate says he has been making videos for years. Me, I've actually been on YouTube for about 15 years. I think I've been doing this channel for about 6 years. Now, my first YouTube channel, I was just kind of, the first several years, I was just posting videos for the heck of it. Like, I got a couple of videos lifting weights, I think, a couple of videos playing guitar, a couple of videos where I was riding my old motorcycle. I would just post random stuff periodically for fun. Then I started posting like RC helicopter flying videos, and then, eventually I got out of that, and then I started doing gaming stuff, and that's when I started taking YouTube more seriously, so. Nate says, I watch Predator every day. Alright, is the regulator good on the Nuo? Regulator is good on just about anything. Now, they are downgrading the regulator, right? I mean, if you put those on the Nuo, those are great. They may have a little bit longer of a reload time than you would like, but yeah, if you put regulators on the Nuo and you get that damage bonus stacked up, that's going to beat people up really good. Plus, you got long range, which is crazy. But after they get downgraded on the rebalance, I'm not 100% sure how much damage they're still going to do. Like I was just saying though, don't put too many resources into anything right now until after the rebalance happens. Do I consider ducks a brawler? No, I consider it more like a sneaky attack assassin, right? Brawlers are robots that can sit there on a beacon and take a lot of damage and hold beacons. Ducks is more of a run in, attack, go into stealth, run away, get back behind cover when your ability's ready, come back, attack. So it's more of like a mid-range assault robot or a close-range assault robot, but it's definitely not what I would call a brawler. I would call Raptor. The Raptor is a brawler, like the big juicy spider. The Fenrir is a brawler. Ravena is a brawler. Mauler is a brawler. Robots that just get up and they fight at close range and they can take a beating, those are brawlers. Aaron said, I rock with my Nuo with the Lananis and captured Scotties. Oh yeah, Scotties are pretty good right now, actually. Yeah, the nerf is going to change the game big time. The game is going to change big time. XLCS is by Ravena eats ducks 90% of the time, like snacks. Nice. Alright, should you upgrade the Nuo? Again, the Nuo is on the Nuo, the Leo, the Sword. Every single brand new thing is being nerfed on the next update. Personally, I'm pretty sure the newer stuff is still going to be really good. So I think the Nuo is still going to be great. I think the Leo is still going to be great. But I would still probably hold off upgrading until the update happens and we get to try it out on the live server. When will these sword winners be announced? Alright, I actually need to finish picking the winners. Like I said on the giveaway or on the video, it'll probably go for several weeks before I get all the winners picked and all that stuff, but that's something I need to finish doing, then send out all the prizes, and then announce the winners, because I need to get the next giveaway started pretty soon here. But giveaways, it's actually time consuming, it's a lot of work. I mean, like when I send the prizes out, I got to send each one by one. So I have to copy the player ID, paste, copy, paste. It takes hours just to send out all of the prizes. It's very time consuming getting all those prizes sent out. But yeah, I gotta start sending those out over the next couple of days because I'm kind of planning on starting the next part of the giveaway next week. I want to get the first part of the giveaway, which was the robots, finished up first, and then we'll start the weapon giveaway next week. Actually, this week. I'm sorry. I want to start that this week. Alright, which flying robot is stronger, the Amugi or the Condor? Right now, I would say the Condor is, but I do think the Amugi might be on the rebalance. I think the Condor might be on the rebalance list. Amugi is really fun if you know how to play it. It's not an easy robot to play. I think Amugi is a little bit more of a skill bot. Condor is a lot easier to play right now, but Condor may or may not be good in a couple of weeks when they rebalance it. Amugi will probably still be pretty good. Amugi's a really cool robot. I hope they don't kill off the Condor, but they very well could. Alright, so Aaron, I played Pulsars on the Nuo and I thought that was a great setup. I've always liked the Pulsars for some reason. But they're not the best weapons in the game anymore, but they're actually pretty good weapons overall. So Hill says, how to get Memoriam. Alright, just playing the game will earn you some, but one thing I find is I'm constantly having to purchase Memoriam. It seems like the game gives you very little of it, so just about every other time I get a new robot, I gotta spend like 10 or 12 bucks on Memoriam to level up the pilot. So bottom line is, you almost have to purchase that with real money is what I'm saying there. Nate says they're slowing down the shooting speed. I can't remember what they're doing to what. There was like 947 items on the nerf and buff list, so I don't really remember what they're changing on what items. That was a crazy list of things to be changed, right? Seems like now, like around every 6 months, they're going to be changing stuff is kind of how they're doing the rebalances. But I think they might be slowing down the speed. Maybe it was the reload. I'd have to go look again. I don't have a list with me, but I don't remember. Alright, XLCS is happy they're removing the Duck's gray hit point regeneration. You know, I think it should get some healing and regeneration, but it's not as much as it has for sure. The Ducks has been way too strong for a really long time. CR, how's it going today, buddy? Oh, so D-Gems are one of those things that you have to purchase with real money. Like, I don't have any D-Gems to give away right now. Excellent says, the introduction of these stupid Sage weapons, Bjorn is going to suffer. You need something that cannot be hit at all, like an Indra, because those weapons dismantle Titans that depend on the defense. Yeah, I mean, Titans are so strong, right? Titans are so strong. I guess I don't know if this is like their nerf to Titans by introducing weapons that beat up Titans or what. Like, the one thing about this game that I don't necessarily always love is there's so many things that, like, counter stuff. Like, sometimes in a negative way. Like, Shield Breaker. I don't think Shield Breaker should exist. I don't necessarily think weapons should be able to go through defense points. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff like that that I don't love or really agree with. Meowie said it's even more annoying when stuff is too OP and not nerfed. Yeah, I wish they would actually stop bringing out things that are crazy overpowered. I mean, when something new comes out, I do expect it to be better than the last thing that came out. But when it's 10,000 times stronger than it should be, I don't like that. So when they rebalance everything, that's truly going to balance the game's damage and everything's probably going to feel more normal again. But the question is, when the next thing comes out, is it going to be a little overpowered? Is it going to be ridiculously overpowered? Is it just going to start the cycle of ridiculous damage again? I mean, that's what you don't know is the thing. Alright, so Bjorn Pilot should give Bjorn immunity defense mitigation when in the ball form, just like the Skyros. Actually, that would be awesome. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring out a second pilot for it that does that. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to, but I would not be surprised. Nitro Duck, what's up, man? How are you doing today? Nate just maxed the Condor. Well, hopefully it's still going to be good after the rebalance. But just remember, just about every 6 months, right around January and sometime around June, June-ish, January-ish, they usually have a rebalance in the game. So nothing's ever safe from the rebalances, which is a bummer. Gaming partner, what's going on, my man? There's a lot of times, I mean, I remember when I maxed out 4 weapons. This was my first experience with the rebalances. I just got my first set of weapons maxed out to Mark III or Mark II 12 or whatever it was at the time. In like 3 days after I finally got the last one maxed out, they announced they were rebalancing the weapons. I was like, what? And then they sucked after that. Alright, what's a good setup for Demeter? Personally, I think you want to set up the meter for like mid to close range. Here's the thing, right? More than likely, you're going to be teleporting to your teammates. And I don't think you really want to have super close range because a lot of times you teleport in and the enemies that's like near your teammate might still be a little bit too far away. So I think you want at least 350 to 500 meter weapons on the Demeter because you don't know if you're going to be teleporting right next to an enemy or 500 meters away or 300 meters away. It's a little hard to judge where you're going to end up on the Demeter. So I really like to play something with a good 500 meters if possible. But, I don't mind having something with like a 350 meter range, but I would prefer a 500 meter range weapon. I mean, sometimes you teleport to a teammate and you're 2 inches away from the enemy. And that's where the close range comes in. But that's a very situational robot. So I would say if you play it safe with mid-range stuff, you're pretty good. Will there be a big thorium giveaway? I don't think Pixonics ever arranged any thorium giveaways. Normally if they did giveaways, it's usually robots, weapons, pilots, stuff like that. I've never really seen them giving out too many resources. I mean, every once in a while they might do that on, I don't know, maybe on their Discord server or something like that. But as far as us YouTubers, they never really arrange resource giveaways for us. Hey, Abraka, what's up, my man? Good to see ya. If I miss anybody's comments, I'm sorry. I try to read as many of these as possible. Pro Nuts. Dr. Floyd. Alright, Excellent says the dragons and hussars are good for the Nuo. Yeah, those aren't bad, actually. Not bad at all. They're a little bit hard to aim, but they're actually pretty good. Excellent says the Dux is weak now. It really doesn't need a nerf, especially with the grade damage. I personally think they should just take away some of the ability damage on the Dux. I don't really think the Dux is crazy strong right now. I think it still does too much damage. So I would have just liked to have seen maybe a little bit less healing when the ability is active and maybe a reduction on the ability damage. But I don't think it's weak right now. I think it's still very strong, but it's not what it used to be. What will be the next top Titan for the next update? Ah, man. Well, you know, when the new Titan comes out, that's probably going to be the next top Titan. But honestly, most of the Titans, once they nerf the Mauler, I think most of the Titans are going to feel really balanced now. I mean, Indra's going to be awesome. Heimdall's going to be awesome. Minos is going to be awesome. I think Bedwar is going to be good again. I think it's really going to come down to which one do you like playing the best. But the question is the new Titan going to be leaps and bounds better than the now balanced Titans? That's the problem. That's what we don't know. Is Aopo good for your Condor? Yes it is. It's very good, Nate. That's probably one of the best drones you can throw on there right now, to tell you the truth. Every time you land, you're going to get a shield. When you go up in the air, you get some great bonuses. Aopo is amazing for flying robots. Alright, Daniel Sykes is going to try the duct after the nerf. Yeah, I really hated that robot. Bro Nuts, what's going on, man? Nitro Duck says, stand by the mailbox and I'll send you some. Wait patiently? What? What, my man? Go stand by the mailbox and I'll send you some wait patiently? I don't know what you're referring to. I must have missed something, but standing by the mailbox would be very boring. Alright, where am I at on the comments? CR, I don't have any D-gems to send you, my man. But yeah, you know, just going to somebody's live stream or just randomly asking people to buy you things or give you things or send you things really isn't an acceptable way to do things. So please don't beg for free stuff. Excellent says Nitro Altered Beast. What is the hat? Altered Beast, how's your day going, my man? Meowie says, what is the purpose of test server? It's not like Pixonic is going to take the feedback. All right, so Meowie, you're sort of right about that. You're sort of wrong about that. For example, the sword robot, they actually, whoa, I almost dropped my mouse. So the sword robot, they actually listened to everybody's feedback and they adjusted the sword robot to the live server according to what people told them on the test server. And the test server also gives them data. Like, they also get to see the data, right? They get to see stuff in action, see how it works. And whatever data they get from, you know, the test server collecting the information about how things go and whether something seems squishy or not. Between that and the user feedback, I mean, they do listen to some of the user feedback, but the test server definitely gives them the information they need to give them a good idea if they think something needs, you know, changed before it goes on the live server. It lets them know if something's too strong or too weak. I mean, they seem to be paying a little more attention to, you know, the wants or needs of the players lately, I've noticed. But they completely rearranged the sword robot according to the feedback they got from the players. They actually told us that they did that. So they said, hey, you know, We went off the player's feedback, and that's how we set up the sword according to what the players wanted. So I don't know, maybe they're starting to turn a new leaf on certain things. I'm not really sure. I'm sure they're not going to listen to everything we say. Man, I don't expect them to do that for everything, but at least for some things. I mean, it's cool that they do for some things at least. But just like when specializations come out, none of us wanted that. Nobody wanted specializations. I still think it was a very negative change for the game. There was like, 90% of the players did not want it, and they still did it, unfortunately. So they definitely don't listen to everything we say, but they do listen to some things. Personally, I wish they would put our modules back to the way they were, or even at least give us the option to choose whichever module we want. I don't like how the robots have classes on specialization. I think that made a lot of older robots less playable than they already were. I think specialization was actually a negative change overall. Yeah, it's hit and miss, but they do listen to us sometimes, other times they don't. Alright, so Epic wants to know what he can put on there with a storm. Okay, so if you're running storms, what would I put on a Demeter with a storm? You just have one storm? I would probably try and get some other type of shotgun. I mean, that would just kind of match a little better. Personally, I'm not really sure. I don't really like the idea of mixing and matching shotguns with other stuff. Every time I've done that, it's never really worked out well, so I would definitely find some sort of other shotgun weapon that seemed to work well with it, but personally, I wouldn't mix a storm with something else, personally. I mean, those storms, they're only really going to be good at really close range, so I don't think they're really the most ideal thing for the Demeter in the first place, but I don't like the idea. Lex Luthor, man, how's your day going, buddy? Hope everything's been going awesome. Daniel Sykes says, my Oppo is only level 4 and it's good. Excellent says, how are you there? Dux is doomed. Excellent said, I only use my ducks in hunting grounds. Yeah, the newest robots are normally really good in hunting grounds most of the time. I don't think ducks is even fun to play, to tell you the truth. Nitro said I was referring to the fella asking for D-gems. Somebody's calling my phone. Well, I'm not picking it up because I'm live on YouTube. It's probably a scam call anyway. It's probably John Bob's ripoff shop calling to sell me their toenail clippers. I don't know. What's up, Ellen Chen? How you doing today? He says, what are you watching? Me? I'm watching everybody's comments. I am reading all of the comments. I'm not really sure what you're referring to there, but maybe you're talking to somebody else. K-Fed says, I keep telling them to make every new thing OP, they always listen. Yeah, I've been asking them to not make new things as OP for a long time. I hope they finally start doing that, because I mean, if you notice, they did actually say they wanted the game to be more skill-based again and less fast-paced. They want to go back to the way it was, which is why they're nerfing all the weapon damage. They don't want things to die quickly now. They want things to be, you know, killed more slowly, where you got to make good decisions and play well. So I'm hoping that means maybe the next round of new things won't be as overpowered as everybody's expecting it to be. We won't know till it happens, but that's what we're hoping for. It's really hard to say. Alright, let me look. How long do we got till the next update hits? Because that's probably when we're going to see the rebalances. And of course, any new robots or titans or weapons or anything that comes out will be on the next update, which is in about... Too many advertisements here. Hold on. We got 947 million advertisements. Oh my god. After I go through all the advertisements, like 12 more pop up. Alright, we got 20 days and 15 hours until the next update goes live. Excellent. Says, I love the fact that they have specialized units now, because people were taking advantage of overstacking on units that did not need it. So you could not kill anything unless you had a pilot. I quit. I don't know what you mean by units exactly. Dragon says, the day I'm back home, no time drops, bruh. It's Tuesday today, right? Today's Tuesday, isn't it? Pretty sure today's Tuesday. Tuesday is question and answer day. Dragon, how's it going, man? Captain Red Skull, welcome to the live stream. Uh-oh, Nitro Duck found my phone number. Are you sure? I can't even find my own phone number. Oh, the footage on the screen? That's just some gameplay on a brand new account. Excellent. I don't want to talk. I don't like talking on the phone, man. I'm not a phone person. You know, I very rarely use my phone for phone calls. I text people occasionally, but it's rare that I actually call somebody. I don't know why. I used to love talking to people on the phone. I talk to you guys. I blab my mouth off for hours talking to you guys, so sometimes I need to rest my voice. Yeah, we got roughly 20 and a half days or something like that until the new update hits. Altered Beast wants to know how to reset in-game ads on Android. I actually have a video on one of my YouTube channels that explains how to do that. I know you go into the settings on your phone, you click on Google, then you click on advertising ID, then you click reset it. But I don't remember if there's more or less steps than that, but it's super, super easy to do. I don't know, go to YouTube and type in Danny Lightning reset Google advertising ID, and I bet the video pops right up. It's really easy to do. I don't remember the exact steps, but it's something similar to what I said right there. I don't remember if it's like in advanced settings or what, but it's in there somewhere. Unless they've changed it. It was a couple of years ago when I made that video, but I think that was on my CSR2 Racing channel where I made that video because there was a lot of people having problem with advertising. But yeah, Google gives you an advertising ID and you can actually reset that ID. Once you do that, that pretty much clears out all the ad stuff and restarts it over. Do I have any collaboration with other War Robots YouTubers planned? Not really. It's pretty hard to work with people with my situation, my schedule. Everybody's, a lot of people are on different time zones. Everybody's got work schedules, so. Angry Birds, how you doing today? It's really hard to work with other people. I mean, I'm disabled, right? I can only spend so much time in my chair. Like when I live stream, I lay down because I can't sit in a chair very long. I mean, most of what I do, I mean, some stuff I sit in my chair. In the mornings, I can sit down for a couple hours, get some stuff done, but live streaming, a lot of editing, a lot of other stuff, like I do laying down throughout the day. And, I put in over 100 hours a week between like the 3 YouTube channels and everything else, and then everybody's on different time zones, and it's just really hard trying to work with other people. I think I've been on a couple of Adrian's live streams. Adrian's been on a couple of mine, but all right. Milshaji. I'm saying that so bad. I'm so sorry. M126. We'll say that. I have a question or a suggestion, and that is, don't shame me, please. I will be buying a robot with Mark II. Any suggestion what robot I should look out for in my daily? All right, so wait. Well, here's the deal. There's a lot of robots that can show up in the daily deals that are awesome, right? Let me pull up my game screen right now. Let's go look at some of the daily deals. Now, one thing is, as we all know, there is a big rebalance coming soon. There's a big rebalance coming soon, so not every single thing is still going to be good after the rebalance. But when they rebalance all the weapons, it's probably going to make a lot of these older robots a lot better again when things aren't dying so quickly. But if you come over here and look through the things, I mean, Mauler's getting nerfed. Look, they're selling it for 12 bucks for a Mauler right now. It's getting nerfed. I don't think I would buy the Mauler. I mean, right here, for $3, you can get a Mark II Scorpion. That's a pretty great deal. The reload time on the Havoc sucks. I'm not sure if I love the weapons, but still, for $3, that's a great deal. But these deals change constantly, and there's over 100 robots in the game. Alright, Raptor for 15 bucks with the healing weapons, not a bad deal. Bersaglieri, those weapons suck, but for $13, I mean, you're getting the robot with a pilot, not a bad deal. I mean, that's if you like sniping weapons. I don't know what the Weber's are going to be like after the rebalance. That may or may not be worth it. Lynx with the Hills for $7. That's a great deal. I mean, I don't even know if you have the same ones that I do, but I would probably pass on that one. Oh, a Mugi with the Scotty and Hills. That's a great deal for $7. Chenmai with Freeze Rockets. That's not bad for $7 or $8. I mean, the truth is, you just kind of figure out which weapons and robots are good and which ones you're going to enjoy playing. That's the other thing, right? These change constantly. There's no really specific robot to look out for because there's so many that are awesome. It's a little hard to, just say get this because you don't know what's going to be in here or when. I mean, $10 for the Shenmue with the Lemmings, that's not a bad deal. That courier deal's decent. I mean, I wouldn't go for a Nether. Fenrir is probably going to make a big comeback, right? Look, there's for $8 you can get a cryptic Fenrir. So the Fenrir is doing better than it was. Plus, when all the weapon damage is lowered, I think the Fenrir is going to make a big comeback. So I mean, that's not a bad deal right there. There's another Scorpion deal with a pilot for $6. That's even better than the last one, right? There's a Kraken Indra for $7. These deals are crazy good. Some of these deals are great. Bedware for $12. I mean, look at this. This is why I always say, like, if you're patient and you wait for the right deals to pop up, you can make a little bit of money go a long way on this game. But you have to buy the right things. If you buy the wrong things, then unfortunately you're going to have some problems. I mean, you can spend a fortune chasing the new stuff, or you can spend a little bit of money on old stuff that's actually good. My vote's spending the money on old stuff that's actually good. I know that doesn't really answer your question, but there's so many good things that you find in the daily deals. It's crazy. I think what you want to do, if you see something in there that you think you're interested in, ask somebody if the robots and the weapons are good if you're not really sure. I mean, you know, you can get on like somebody's Discord, or, I mean, Warrobots has a Discord. A lot of the YouTubers have Discords. If you ask on there, somebody's going to be able to tell you whether or not that stuff is good, but some of that stuff is just dirt cheap, and it's actually pretty good. But I think those Scorpions are pretty sweet. If you like a little assassin robot, I think that Fenrir deal's pretty awesome in there. I mean, there's some good ones in there right now, but you may not have the same deals that I do is the thing. Excellent. Says, I highly recommend the Indra or the Luchador. Yeah, those are crazy good deals if you got them. What's up, Rags? How you doing today? Man, I'm sorry you're not feeling well, buddy. That sucks. Yeah, health problems are no fun, man. Health problems are no fun. Sorry you're not feeling good again. That sucks, my man. Oh yeah, K-Fed says, remember when you had the races with our YouTube's Chief? Yeah, it was Chief, and it was, what was his name? Zox? Chief and Zox, and, Islander. Chief, Zox, Islander, and me, I think we're doing that, the racing thing with the robots. I don't know who came up with that idea, but that was actually kind of fun. There might have been a few other people involved, I can't remember, but it was a fun deal. I don't think we ever actually did what they wanted to do with it. I think they were trying to make tournaments out of it or something, which never happened, but it was pretty cool. But I will say this, I think the people who spend the big money and buy out like thousands of dollars worth of data pads to get the brand new stuff, I think those people are crazy. The people that spend, you know, $10 here, $20 there, $5 here, $30 there to get nice stuff out of the daily deals, I think those are the people who are doing it the right way. I mean, if you spent $20 or $30 a month on this and you bought the right things, you would have a hell of a nice old hangar. Just because things are old doesn't mean that they're bad. Like I said, especially after this rebalance where they lower the weapon damage, it's going to make a lot of those old robots even more playable than they already now. Dragon uses the Lynx. Yeah, I was just playing the Lynx the other day. Super fun. Super fun robot. Lynx is an awesome... It's not really an awesome robot, but it's a good robot that's very fun to play. That's the thing, you know, decent robots with nice weapons can go a long way if you learn how to play them and you're on a good team. I mean, if your team sucks, you could have all the meta everything and still get your butt kicked, but It takes all 6 people on a team to do well. Madeline, how you doing today? Awesome to see ya. Hey, Lottie Rose. How are you today? Good to see ya. Lottie the Raven pilot is here. Kang, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. How are you today? We got Hamza. What's up, my man? Ellen says, ever heard of 6-pack? Yeah, the 6-pack's pretty cool. I can't remember if I've ever played in the 6-pack, but yeah, there's, I think Sage. I think it was the Sage guys, and maybe, I don't remember if anybody else was involved, but like Lori and Sage, they got this thing where everybody gets together and all they play is like old school robots and weapons. I think everything has to be level 6 or under, and I think it has to be like older robots and weapons. But yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. It's like, you know, it makes it like old school gameplay. So normally I think they do that when I'm sleeping. I mean, I go to bed really early. I get up at like 4 or 5 every morning, so you know, I'm in bed early every day, and most people seem to be night owls and they're up all night, or they got different time zones or something. But Lottie Rose is another YouTuber you guys should check out. Free-to-play YouTuber. Has a lot of fun with nothing but a bunch of ravens. Very cool channel. Epic Gamer says, hey Edward, hope you've been doing good. But yeah, I think they tried to get me to come to the 6-pack a few times. They're like, well, we'll arrange the times if you want to do it. I'm like, you know, I would love to, but I don't have any time to myself, let alone time to do something like that. Plus, I'm not going to ask somebody to rearrange their entire schedule for, you know, something like that just for me. That would be a rotten of me to do anyways, but I would feel bad. Light 72, good to see you. Daniel Sykes says, Mace is good on Demeter. I do like, I used to like the Mace on Demeter. I haven't played it lately, but it used to be one of my favorite Demeter weapons. Mace is still pretty good, right? Angry Birds, this is an excellent question that you're not going to like the answer to. How often do they add new robots and weapons to the workshop? Not very. They just added the Amugi and a couple of new weapons to it recently, and I think that was the first time we've seen anything added to the workshop in what felt like, what would you guys say, probably 2 or 3 years? It seems like they very rarely add stuff to the workshop now. Used to be every so many months they would add new stuff in there, but eventually they got to the point where they just hardly ever add anything new to the workshop. Alright, so 1,000 D-Gems. I mean, I'm not really sure what you're going to be able to buy with 1,000 D-Gems. I mean, you kind of just have to look at the daily deals there. I mean, I never really paid attention to how much D-Gems things cost, but I mean, for 1,000 D-Gems, you should be able to get a lot of stuff, right? Let me look. Alright, so I mean, that Scorpion there, that's 300 D-Gems. Let me get a feel for what this... Alright, so that Raptor is 1,500 D-Gems. A lot of these things are over 1,000 just by themselves. That kind of makes things hard if you have to be under 1,000 D-Gems. I mean, I see a few things in here that are pretty good deals for under 1,000, but you're gonna, if I were you, I mean, it kind of sucks to have to wait and be patient, but if I were you, I would be very picky and choosy because with 1,000 D gems, you might be able to buy 1 or maybe 2 deals. Like a lot of these are 1,000 or 1,200 D gems. I see some that are like 300, some that are 600, some that are 800. So, for example, that Fenrir with the shatters is about 800. I mean, it comes with the pilot. It's not my favorite pilot. It comes with decent weapons. I mean, for 600, you can get a Techno Scorpion with Fatal Havocs in the pilot for 600 D gems. I mean, that's a great deal. You can get a Kraken Indra with Maha and Maha vouchers in the pilot for 700 D gems. That's a good deal. So, sometimes you might see one deal in there and then something similar pops up 2 or 3 weeks later that's a more expensive or cheaper price. So you gotta just keep watching. But as far as robots with built-in weapons, I mean, bottom line is like the Scorpion has a built-in weapon, but it does very little damage. So not all robots that have built-in weapons have good built-in weapons. Now, the Lynx that I saw in there right now, the Lynx has a really awesome built-in weapon. It's got like the Executioner. I mean, the Lynx is great. I mean, I don't know if you have that, but if you like fast-paced, like attack robots, it's not really, I wouldn't consider it a brawler. I wouldn't consider it like a sniper. I would say it's like a get in there, assassinate somebody, run away type of thing. It's a fast-paced robot. You always got to keep it moving. It's really fun to play, but I mean, the Amugi for 700 D gems with the Scotties, those are the two things I think I would consider buying one of those two packages, I think. But if you're on a limit like that, I would be very sure you actually wanted something before you purchased it out of there, because there's always going to be different packages showing up daily in there. I mean, some are going to be better than others. Sometimes if you wait, something will pop in there and you're going to be like, that is the one I want. So sometimes it might be better to be patient than just go in there and just grab something right away. But you're looking for like a built-in weapon in the form of protection, so you might like that Lynx. I don't know. I don't think that Lynx comes with the pilot though, but it does give you the robot and 2 good weapons for 700 D gems if you have that build. I mean, I can't really tell you what you should and shouldn't get, because that's the thing. I don't know what you're going to like or not like. But to me, that seems like something you might be into if that sounds like the style of robot you're interested in playing. Sick Puppy! It's really hard to tell people what to spend their resources on, because I hate to say get this and then you find that you don't like it or something, then they're like, I hate that guy, he told me to get something that I don't like playing. But that's the thing, until you get to actually play something, you're never going to 100% know if you like it or not. Ellen says, I'm interested in 6-pack footage for the Q&A. Yeah, actually, I don't have any 6-pack footage, so I just throw something up there for people to have something to look at. My goal is every week or every couple of weeks to change that to something different, but I always forget to change it. Edward says, the less you spend, the better the deals get. Yeah, when you don't buy things, very often they lower the prices. And then as you start buying things, they slowly raise the prices back up to normal. So if you want cheaper deals, don't purchase things very often, because they're like, look, this player is not buying anything. Give him cheaper prices. Maybe he'll buy something, you know. Mania, good to see ya. AC/DC. Oh, do I want some six-pack footage to use? No. YouTube's a little weird, like if you're using like other people's footage and stuff, YouTube's a little weird on like copyrights or using other people's stuff, so it's better not to use other people's videos on YouTube. Even if you have permission, like I've seen channels get taken down or deleted or banned, or YouTube demonetizes them for using reused content or somebody else's, content. YouTube's really, you got to be very careful on YouTube, actually. You kind of got to walk on eggshells with what you post. I mean, more than likely it would be fine, but if they did realize, hey, that's not like your actual footage, they can get really weird about stuff like that, so. Like, I've seen a lot of channels get demonetized for reused content because they make videos on more than one platform. And they were taking some of their videos off of like TikTok or this or that and also posting them on YouTube. And then YouTube was, even though it was even their stuff, YouTube was still upset that it was like taken off of another I don't know. YouTube's really, really picky about certain things. I appreciate that though. I do appreciate the offer. Oh, getting thorium from the clan? Yeah, if you're talking about the star base, you get very little. Bottom line is, the star base, you have to have enough players donating the resources to be able to keep the resources coming in. So if people aren't donating enough thorium, it's going to start taking more than you're getting, and just to get very small amounts of like memoriam or micro. It's kind of a ripoff. I mean, the star base, there's only a couple of things that are actually worth turning on, to tell you the truth. What's up, Ernie? Emmy? E-M-I-E? Emmy? Or is that Ernie? Oh man, my eyes are getting a little worse. I can't tell if that's Ernie or Emmy, but should you eat tacos or play Warbots during my lunch break? Both. So what I would always do is I would go to my lunch break, I would eat my food, then I would pull out my phone and play around the Warbots. That's what I always did. I think that says Ernie. I can't tell if that's E-R-N or E-M. Boy. It sucks when your eyes aren't as good as they used to be. Excellent is Arnold Schwarzenegger. He says, I'm back. So, Ellen, it's not just Warrobot stuff. It's, I don't know, YouTube's got a lot of terms of service and policies and this and that. But it's not just for Warrobots. I mean, it's any type of footage you post. There's things they're okay with, and there's things that they're not. What do I have turned on my star base? Right now, I think we just have the one that makes your mothership charge faster. So we did have the one that was allowing you to earn like microchips. I think we turned a lot of it back off because... So my clan used to be really active, right? My clan was an extremely active clan. We had 20, 30, 40 people on voice chat every night. I mean, it was actually pretty ridiculous. It was like a mess of people trying to talk over each other some nights, but it was a crazy active clan. So they added specializations, and almost everybody in our clan quit within like the next 2 weeks because they didn't like the specializations change. And you know, eventually our clan leader handed the lead over to me, and I haven't really been doing much recruiting or anything, so RH isn't really active like it used to be. So, you know, we don't have people donating the thorium like we used to. I mean, me, I've never been a person who cares about being in a big clan, right? When I joined my clan RH, it was a small group of friends. There was like five or 10 of us on voice chat every night, hanging out, playing games together for an hour or two every night. It was just a very small group of friends playing a game together. Then we got one player in, and the leader of our clan decided to, you know, let him start doing some more stuff and recruiting players. And next thing you know, our clan grew from like this little group of friends to this big clan. And personally, I've never really been interested in being part of a big, crazy clan. I just like to play the game. You know, it's nice to have a couple of buddies to squad with here and there when you're playing or whatnot, but I'm not really super interested in growing it back into a big, super active clan again. I mean, honestly, I don't really care. I just like to play the game, you know what I mean? That's my thing. Now, if I ever find somebody who wants to take over and run things again, maybe they can grow it back into a big clan, but I ain't got the time for that or the desire to spend hours recruiting and finding, I don't know, it's a pain in the butt. It's a pain in the butt. So right now, we hardly have anything turned on in the Starbase because I don't think people are donating enough at the Memoriam to keep it going. Excellent says, play the game in between bites. Yeah, take a bite of your taco, kill a robot. Every time you kill a robot, you get to eat part of your taco. That's a good way to do it. Hamza says, back in the day when they added drones and stuff, I didn't like that. You know, there's always been things I haven't liked. What about Skynet? Excellent. Don't talk bad about Skynet. Excellent. Next thing you know, there will be a T-1000 unit at your door, and nobody wants that. I don't think. Yeah, there's a lot of things they've added over the years, like motherships. I don't think we really need motherships. I think that was a goofy addition to the game. I don't like the motherships. I don't like specializations. There's a few things, I mean, I kind of like the pilots and the drones, but there's a few things I wish they would do differently when it comes to pilots and drones. There's a lot of things I would like to see a little bit different than they are. Alright, Pack Fighter, I'm not really sure why you're saying give me, but please don't type it 900 times. Thank you. The audience will get angry if you keep typing something over and over. Hamza says, I am running things smoothly on my own clan. There you go. Kyle says, ain't nobody got time for that. I feel like I don't have enough time in the day, honestly. Daniel Sykes, yeah, maybe your clan should turn off their Starbase if people aren't donating. That's what I would do. Say, hey, if you guys keep donating. You know, our clan was one of the first to actually have a maxed out Starbase. I mean, we got ours done so quick it wasn't even funny. We were one of the few clans, I think, that had like a full 50 active players. Blue Dragon, he says, nice T-1000. They should add a T-1000 to Warbots. I'm gonna have to ask them to make a T-1000 and a Arnold Schwarzenegger bot. Excellent. So they only got 7 in mine and only 2 are active. Yeah, you know, it's hard to start new clans, or, you know, it's probably easier just to join one that's already established. But one thing we noticed though is a lot of people like to go from clan to clan to clan to clan. They don't stay in one clan. They clan jump. So you'll get somebody, they're there for a couple of days, then they move to another clan, or they're there for a couple of weeks or a month or two. But the amount of people we've had that, you know, they leave and you're like, oh, why'd you decide to leave? They're like, oh, you know, I just like to move from clan to clan. Like, I never stay. Like, the amount of people that do that, it's crazy. It seems like the majority of people who leave do it just because they just like going to different clans. It's like, huh, it's weird. Then we had our small group of players that were there for years and years and years. I mean, some people would stay for a long time. But it's amazing how many people love clan jumping. Now, me personally, if I join a clan and I like the people, and, you know, more than likely I would just stay there instead of move all over the place. But people like to move around and sample the waters. I don't know. You know what I mean. I don't think that came out right. All right, guys and girls. So our stream time is just about up for the day. I think our stream time is just about up. So I think we're gonna do a giveaway. I do need to finish picking the rest of the sword winners today. And then I need to work on sending those out. That's the part that sucks, is sending them out. It's just copying and pasting like 100 and some names onto that form and hitting send over and over and over and over. It's so tedious. Trenton, what's up, my man? Good to see you. All right, so let me get out the Nightbot. And let me get the winners sheet up. The live stream winners sheet. We're going to give away a couple of sword robots. Robots winner sheet. There we go. Edward says, thanks for doing the giveaway. You are welcome. You are welcome. All right. Nightbot. All right, Nightbot looks different. Sometimes they change the layout. All right, there's giveaways. We'll just do active people in chat. So basically, anybody who's in the chat and they're actively saying something or typing in chat will be entered. All right, so the giveaway has officially started. All right, so there's the giveaway, guys and gals. So we'll give everybody a few minutes to type something in. That will enter you. Just saying something in the chat will get you entered. So then we'll pick a couple of winners here. Nightbot will randomly choose one of the winners. All right. Now, if you've already won one of these, I can't send you another one, just so you know. Blue Dragon says, thank you for all you do. Yeah, no problem, my man. No problem. Midnight says, yo. Offfinder says, still here. Petrov says, let's go. Patrick says, something I can't read. Eyes wide open. Hey, hey. Billionaire. All right. Hamza says, what are we winning? Well, probably nothing, but you do have a small chance. You do have a small chance of winning a sword unit robot. Right now, there's 33 entries, so you have a 1 in 33 chance of winning. I just think it's crazy how so many people enter the giveaways and they expect that they're going to win because they entered. I mean, they don't, it's like these people don't see reality. It's like, You know, we got 10,000 people trying to get 200 prizes, and they think for sure that they're going to win, and they get mad when they don't. I don't understand that mentality, honestly. Henry, you just entered the giveaway, man. All you got to do is type something in the chat. Anybody who talks in the chat or types in the chat will be entered automatically. But I just don't understand why so many people think they're like entitled to win or should win just because they enter a giveaway. If life were that easy or worked that way, things would be wonderful. But unfortunately, that's not how things work. I wish it were. I really wish it were, but you know, Pictonic only gives me so many things to give out. There's definitely not enough for everybody. I wish there was enough for everybody. It would be amazing if there was enough for everybody. Alright, so multiple IDs to win. I mean, if somebody has 2 accounts, I guess they could enter one time with each account. I don't know. But the thing is, you're only allowed to enter your player ID one time, right? If I see somebody who enters the same player ID more than once, you know, that person's either disqualified, or if it's one of those people that enters it 20 times, then they go on the blacklist, so. Trent says, I don't get butthurt if I don't win. Yeah, I mean, the amount of times I've entered a giveaway, or I've you know, entered some kind of contest or bought a lottery ticket, I've never once been upset that I didn't win. Maybe a little disappointed, you know, there's times where I've been a little disappointed that I didn't win something, but I've never been upset or angry, or I never felt like that I was entitled to win or anything like that. I just thought, you know, I'm probably not going to win this, but let me try. If I don't, I go, oh, that sucks. And then, you know, I enter the next one. But back before I was, back before I had the YouTube channel, I used to enter giveaways on Reddit all the time. I actually won 2 War Robots giveaways off of Reddit. It's amazing to win something, but most of the time when I would enter, I did not win. Kyle says, don't choose people start spamming multiple accounts. Yeah, hopefully people aren't on like 12 different phones on YouTube with 12 different YouTube accounts. That would be rotten. Unfortunately, there's no 100% way to know if somebody's doing that or not, but all right, we're going to go ahead and pick our winner, guys. We're going to choose our winner, so everybody get ready. That didn't work. Sorry, Altered Beast. I'm not sure what problem you were having with the ads or whatever, but I'm sorry that didn't work. All right, so we're going to pick more than one winner today. We're going to give away, we'll give away like 3 of these things. So if you're chosen, today's probably going to be the last giveaway for the sword robots. After that, we'll be giving away weapons. So we'll just go ahead and give away 3 of these today on the live stream. All right, so I'm going to hit the choose a winner button. Nightbot's going to randomly pick somebody. Again, if you haven't said anything in the chat, just type something in there really quick, because if you type something, you're entered to win. But if you do win, I need your player ID, your platform. We need your 6-digit in-game 6-digit in-game ID. This is why I don't talk fast, because I start stuttering. Then we need to know if you're on like Android, iOS, you know, the PC platform, or Amazon. All right, I'm counting down, so here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, What about Violence, Nitro Duck? 1. Alright, as soon as I hear myself say go, I'm going to hit the button. There is a delay on the stream, so. Alright, the first winner is Henry3090. Henry, are you still here, buddy? If so, let me know and then give me your player ID and your platform, and I will send you a sword unit after the stream ends. We are going to give out a couple more of these, just so you guys know. You have 3 minutes to respond and let me know. Cool. Henry's here. Perfect. Perfect. I just need your info. I'll put you on the list and then I'll send that out after the live stream. All right. You know, one thing about these giveaways though is when I was approved to give giveaways, right? The first thing they told me is you can't just give these things away to, like, you know, whoever. Like, it has to be 100%. It can't be, it's got to be random. Sometimes I get, like, tripped up on my words, but the giveaways all the winners have to be picked 100% random. There have been some YouTubers in the creators program who were like giving away, you know, prizes to their friends, their clanmates and stuff like that, and they got caught and they got kicked out. And personally, I'm not getting kicked out of the program, so whatever they say, that's how I do it. Henry, congrats, my man. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get another winner. It looks like, okay, Henry's the winner, so he's crossed out. He can't win again. So there's 47 entries, guys. We're gonna go pick another winner. So if you haven't said anything in chat, say something quick, because I'm gonna count down from 10 and pick the second winner. All right, here we go. We are picking winner number 2. We are picking winner number 2. All right. 10, 9, 8. I would assume emojis count. I don't know for sure. I would type some letters just in case, but I think emojis count. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1.5, 1.257398, and yeah, here we go. We're picking the winner. All right. Bam. Midnight. All right, Midnight got a sword unit. All right, we're just waiting for Midnight's information. I sort of remember Midnight's ID. It's like INT1ZE or something, LNTINT. But you're gonna have to type it because I don't remember. Midnight's actually on my friends list. I've played with him a few times. Ooh, did I actually have it right? I think I said it properly. Amazing. All right. And we're going to give out one more of these thingy dingies. Congratulations, Mr. Midnight. All right. There's only like 3 people in the entire game that I remember their IDs. Some of the guys in my clan, I can't even remember their IDs, but... Alright, guys and girls. We have a current 51 winners, right? Henry's X'd out because he already won. Midnight should be X'd out because he already won. Yep. Henry and Midnight are X'd out. So that means everybody else who's currently chatting in the YouTube chat will have a chance to win. This will be the last one we're giving away, so I'm going to count down from 10. This will be the last winner, guys. This will be the last winner. All right, here we go. We are going to randomly pick a winner in 10, 9. Petrov, you're not chatting. You're Petrov, man. 8. He just said he's chatting. I don't think that's your real name. 7. Here's my bad joke. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And we are picking our winner, guys and gals. We are picking our winner, so... Alright. Nightbot, pick somebody who deserves a good thing. Please don't pick a pay-to-win guy that's already got 12 of these. Alright. We're pressing the button, and Nightbot has picked Trenton. Nightbot has picked Trenton for a sword unit. All right. Sweet. Just need your information. And then I will put you on the winners list. That's awesome. Thanks, Dana. You're welcome. I know on that one giveaway I had, people were, I think they were changing their names because there was people with the name of the winner in the chat typing, but they weren't coming up on the thing. Like, you can see when the actual winner types something in, it pops up on my screen. So I think people were changing their names, trying to impersonate the winners. On that last big giveaway stream I did, that was pretty rotten. That was pretty rotten. Either that or they had like 12 YouTube accounts or something. But yeah, it was bad. All right, let me get you on the winners list there. Paste, there we go. I will send those out pretty much right after the stream, so congratulations, everybody. Yeah, a lot of people are... I find that these days, more and more people kind of like cheat, or more and more people do dishonest things that they know aren't right. They don't follow rules. Yeah, it's kind of like scammers. I don't know how to say it, but a lot of people just don't care. Like, they don't follow rules properly. Personally, I don't understand why people keep getting the mentality of I'll do whatever I want and doesn't matter if it's the right thing to do or not. It's kind of a bummer. I was always taught in life, you know, if you're going to do something, make sure you do the right thing in life, not the wrong thing. I think a lot of people try to cheat, lie, steal, do dishonest stuff. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy these days. People don't have like, I don't know what the word is, but Nitro says, yeah, some people pop in at the end. Yeah, I should really just start doing... If I do a giveaway on the live stream, I really should just do the giveaway at a random time during the stream. I don't know. Anyways, I want to say thank you guys and gals for coming out to my crazy stream. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for hanging out with me on the live streams. Extra big shout out to the channel members. But, you know, the extra support is very nice from you guys. Even just watching more of my videos really helps this YouTube channel keep going. So I do appreciate everybody. I really do. Thank you. Yeah, I'll probably be, I don't know, tomorrow I might even start the new giveaway. They lack integrity. Yes, that's the perfect way to say it, Invincible. That is the perfect way to say that. Yeah, I think tomorrow I'll start the next part of the giveaway. That's the plan at least, so. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. And we will catch you on the next one, all right? See you guys later. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.